Yo guys, here KuroAnime, and we're back here again with a One Piece review. Here to talk about the main talking points around this chapter. The Honourable Hygoro the Flower, 1006. Now we left off from last week's chapter with Sanji joining up with the battlefield, and this chapter here is quite the interesting one. Now, it's not the type of chapter that's going to be trending. We finally go back to seeing the after effects of Queen's virus. We know that Chopper was making an antidote, as we know that people were turning into some ice demons due to Queen's virus, and the Beast Pirates are aware of it, and they're trying to take down Chopper. And turns out Hygoro and X-Drake are protecting him, as they need him to find a cure or antidote for this virus. And this chapter is very, very interesting. Like, we see one side of it where we see Chopper is here trying to make an antidote. Hygoro and X-Drake are trying to protect him. And on the other side of it, they are also being protected by someone else. And I'll go into that a bit later. Another main talking point is that we see Perospero. I wouldn't say one of the commanders, but one of the top tier heavy hitters of Big Mom's crew. And it turns out that he's defeated Carrot and some of the mink. He also looks to be teaming up with his crew and the Beast Pirates. Now, he's not too fond of it, but he is here trying to make everyone feel the presence of a Yonko. Now we finally go back to seeing my brother Sanji. He's a little bit unsure of where to be in this current moment. He knows that Momonosuke is under threat via the transmission, and he's also aware that Kiyomon are in danger or that they need his help. Now, he's just having a little debate amongst himself whether he should join Kiyomon or help out with Momo. I personally believe that he should pick Kiyomon. Not due to the fact that there could possibly be a lurking legend amongst them. I seen Sanji helping them out could reveal that to us, and I'm very interested in that. Hopefully Oda can take us into that direction. If not, Sanji would be a massive help to Yamato, as he is even unsure who Yamato is, and it could go left with the fact that Yamato being a woman, knowing Sanji's natures, could go back to the way it was the last few chapters, where we're just seeing Sanji a bit distracted. Now we want his head on straight, meaning I want him to go to Kiyomon and reveal this lurking legend to us. We want his head on straight, meaning I want him to go to Kiyomon and reveal this lurking legend. No, it's been a while, maybe even 10 plus chapters, where we see Marco. We finally see Marco. And I did say I'll come back to this point where it turns out Marco is protecting Chopper, X-Drake, Hygoro the Flower from opponents like King and Queen. Now we know they're top tier opponents, the two strongest characters in Kaido's crew. Now Marco's not only holding back King, but he's also holding back Queen, as we saw Queen launching a little beam towards Hygoro, and Marco just deflects that with ease. Now we can tell from Marco's face that he is fighting two top tier opponents, and I wish people just put respect on Marco's name. The disrespect that this man got in Marineford, I want an apology as big as that disrespect was. He put King and Queen on their backside this chapter. Marco, this possibly be revealing just how strong Whitebeard's commander is. I'd like to see a bit more from Marco, or a bit more into his fight with King or Queen, whoever it may be. Maybe a 1v1, as a 2v1 might be even for Marco too tough. Now, just towards the end of that little segment, we see Perospero. Now, he's aware that Marco is fighting King and Queen and looks to be scheming. Now we know how unfair the Yonko crews are, and they are pirates, and pirates have no rules, and he looks to be scheming. So who knows what he has planned for Marco. A possible attack. I feel like Marco on his own would be able to deal with Perospero, but with King and Queen being around as well, a 3v1 would be devastating for Marco. Very devastating. Now Hygoro, now we come back to Hygoro the Flower. Now we know this chapter is named after him, so this usually means bad news for the character. But Hygoro seems to have gotten somewhat of his fighting ability back, as he uses the remaining life force energy he had. As we know, with his old age and with the fact that this virus is very, very dangerous for him, we know that this is possibly the end of his life. We see a bit of Hygoro's regrets. We see him looking back into the past a little, where he wished that in his prime he could have teamed up with Odin and defeated Kaido a long time ago, but it doesn't seem like he's regretting it too much, as he believes the future of Wano is in good hands, possibly with Luffy. Now Hygoro instructs his subordinates to cut him down just when his powers are starting to wear off, as he is afraid that due to the sudden power increase that he got from his life force, that it might turn against his allies. Now this is really sad, as we come to see an end of a legend in Wano, not necessarily to the story, but in Wano. And we have grown with Hygoro along with this Wano story so far, as he is the main reason why Luffy's able to fight with Kaido in this particular moment in time. And and it turns out Hygoro dies in this chapter, sadly, as he is cut down by his subordinate. And I don't know how to feel about this, as we see him get killed off screen, as it would be too dark to see him being physically cut down. Now it's very sad. We're saying goodbye to Hygoro, but I'd like to see more deaths in Wano, to be fair. Now I know this sounds a bit cold and dark, but we're here fighting against two Yonkos, so inevitably there are going to be people dying, from both sides. Now we're seeing someone like Hygoro being taken away this early on into the fight, and it is pretty early on. Now these are the most interesting parts of the story. We do have to let go of one of the characters, but hopefully the next one isn't Marco, as we're seeing Perospero joining up with King and Queen potentially. Now the story does seem to be going at a good pace at the moment, at this moment in time. I'm really excited. There's no break next week. Finally, hopefully Oda will take us into the rooftop. We can potentially see some hybrid Kaido. Hygoro being out of the picture, if Chopper can somehow make this antidote, we could possibly be seeing X-Drake helping out. Marco. Now slightly going back before I end this video, people have been shitting on Jack, but we are now seeing King and Queen being slightly disrespected by Marco. He's holding both of them back, and he seems to be doing a good job of it. This is really interesting and very interesting. I am done speculating, and these are the main talking points of this chapter. We say bye to a legend, but who knows, we could possibly be seeing this new lurking legend soon, and I am looking forward to it. Hopefully the next chapter does live on to the hype, or builds on from this and get some rooftop action. And yeah, this is your boy bringing you 1006, Hygoro the Flower, and I'm signing out.